running away to get away. Ha 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 ha. You're wearing out your shoes. Look at you fooling you, making blues of night and day. He 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 he. You're stretching out your dues.
Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well, and peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word in sincerity and truth. A part of having faith in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, it takes a person to have a immense amount of faith, man. Faith is very important, in this walk of ours, man. And with having faith, you have to have the faith that the Most High will pay you back for being a steward over His treasure, which that treasure we know to be this word, man. And also within us, toiling in His truth, we have to have the ability to drop everything worldly, man, which is not an easy thing to do, but it is a requirement that we have, in His truth. Now, am I telling you not to have a wife or children or a good job? No, that's not what I'm saying. But the fact of the matter is this: we have to have the ability and a faith to put all those things aside for the will of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, man. And that's very important. And we seen that exemplified in our forefather Abraham, which we're going to pull Genesis the 22nd chapter to illustrate the point. First we'll start in Matthew. This is Yahweh Shah speaking to the disciples, man. And let's listen. We're going to read what he says. This is Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household. So for this, dealing with this truth, you're going to be at odds, sometimes with your family. Now you had a guy that claimed that he was in GMS in DC, which he wasn't, said that, because of the truth, his relationship with his family um was in a poor state. Well, that is a requirement of the truth, you know. Sometimes you're gonna be at variance with your family, man. Why is that? Because they are about the world, and you are about the truth and the understanding of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, man. You know, it's kind of like trying to mix water and oil. It's not gonna work. The world and the flesh doesn't mix, man. You see? So you're gonna be at variance with your family. Sometimes it's gonna happen. You know. Verse 36. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. He that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me, man. Hey, so right there is letting you know, man, if you love your family more than Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, or actually Yahweh Shah, man, you're not worthy of him, man. What is that saying? That's saying that you have to have uh the faith, to put all those things aside, man, for the will of the Heavenly Father, man, for His way. You know what I'm saying? And take up that your own cross. What is that own cross? Your burdens. You're gonna have certain things that you are gonna have to give up while following the Lord, man. It's just a part of the contract. You give up the worldly things and you get spiritual things. You know what I'm saying? You can't have both. You have to make a choice about what you want. And again, it's not always an easy task, man. You know, It's not. But we have to understand the underlying reason why we're here right now at this moment is to serve Yahweh by Shem Shah. You see? And it's true and it's simple, you know. Now, you know, the truth is simple, but it could be hard uh, to to finish that race, man. If that makes sense, man. You know, but that's a fight. That's a part of carrying his cross. You see what I'm saying? Verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. And that was it on that, because the next verse is going into something else. That's right. So whoever lose his life for Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, he's going to gain it. When is he going to gain it? Well, he's going to gain it, you know what I'm saying, when Yahushua returns. But you have to have faith that that's going to happen. You see what I'm saying? That's the kicker. You see? There's certain things in the scriptures that you cannot refute. Historical facts, you know what I'm saying? Archaeology. You see what I'm saying? Manuscripts. You know, you could do research on all those things, and you can't refute, you know what I'm saying, the accuracy of the scriptures. But do you have faith? That's important, man. Because without faith, it's impossible to please the Heavenly Father. And we're going to get that in Hebrews the 11th chapter. You see? Now, let's start at the top. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Who are the elders that he's speaking about? You know what I'm saying? The disciples. You dig what I'm saying? And those before him, man. Our forefathers, man. You see? Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God. And that's really heavy when you think about that statement that we just read, man. So that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. For by faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, God testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, but the Most High had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased the Most High. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, must believe that he is. Can you dig that? And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So with following Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, you have to have faith that he has your best interest in mind if you follow him. Not what you want, not doing your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like these Christians say, you know, God got a blessing for you, he got a plan for you. You know what I'm saying? I accept God into my life. You know, all those things are very egotistical. The Most High could have you set up as an example of what not to be like. You see what I'm saying? The Most High ain't all about passing out candy and blessing people abundantly. No, he does that to certain people that does his will in his way, not to somebody who just asks for it. You know what I'm saying? Selfishly, man. And that's what Christianity has built. It built a house of people that are lovers of their own selves, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's not what the Most High is about. The Most High is about you pleasing him. He's the power, man. Not you getting what you want. So within following Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you have to give up those things that you want, man. Give it up. And that's the fight right there. You see what I'm saying? But hey, that's why it says in Romans 15:4, everything that was written aforetime for our learning. You see what I'm saying? And this story right here, the story of Abraham, you know what I'm saying, in Genesis 22nd chapter, you You see what I'm saying? This is written for our learning right now. Because Abraham in this chapter showed a huge, immense amount of faith, man. How so? Because he is willing to sacrifice his own son for the will of the Heavenly Father. You see what I'm saying? This right here, do you believe what we're about to read was written for us to boost our faith right now at this given moment? At this given moment, you see what I'm saying? Do you believe that? Do you believe that the Most High is that He controls everything? Can you dig that? Let's read this in Genesis 22:1. And it came to pass after these things that the Most High did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, Behold, here I am. And he said, Take now thy son, thy only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and give thee into and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him thou for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and saddled his ass, and took two of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and gave the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went unto the place of which the Most High had told him. Then on the third day Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said unto his young man, Abide ye here with the ass, and the lad will go yonder and worship and come again to you. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it upon Isaac his son. And he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and they went both up them together. And Isaac spoke unto Abraham his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, Behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? You know what I'm saying? You know what? I, come on now. The Most High told you to kill your only son. You're 100 years old. You know He told you that He was gonna bless you. You know what I'm saying, with a a son. At an old age, at a stricken age. You know what I'm saying, like it says in the scriptures, man. All for Him to turn around and tell you to kill that son that He blessed you with. You know what I'm saying? No telling what's going on in Abraham's head, man. Maybe he's like, man, hey, maybe this is just a test. Hey, maybe the Lord bring him back to life, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just not supposed to have a son. Maybe he's messed, doubt, all types of stuff, man. But at the end of the day, Abraham was faithful, man. You know what I'm saying? Something like that would have made Jake go crazy or stop believing in the power. Oh, I'm just crazy. I need pills. You know what I'm saying? Verse 9, and they came to the place where God. Actually, let me go to verse 8. Salakia. This is verse 8. And Abraham said, My son, the Most High will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went, both of them together. There you go right there. See what he answered? And they came to the place which the Most High had told him of, and Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of Yahweh called unto him out of heaven, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Lay not thine hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest the Most High, seeing that thou hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in the thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son. You see that? Really, the point is made. You know what I'm saying? The Most High provided a way. And we all know what happened to Abraham, right? Abraham was blessed to be a father of many nations, man. His seed was at the sand of the sea. The greatest people on earth came out of the seed of Abraham, man. Which are who? Yashala, the prince of the power. But one if he didn't have faith in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, well, we wouldn't be having this conversation, would we? Can you dig that? You know? So I just want to bring that out, brothers. I want to get out you bros' way. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue to have faith, man. In Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. For those of you who don't know, that name Yahweh means to be. You know what I'm saying? By Hashem in the name Yahweh Shah means he delivers, man. That's who we waiting on. But I want to emphasize on that word, Yahweh, man. He is. Believe in that entity, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where faith come in. Through Yahweh Shah, his son. You see? That's very important. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say that. And I want to say shalom. And yeah, peace and blessings to you brothers, man.